Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central's CFL content for the fans, by the fans. And we got another signing here for the Hamilton Tiger Cats as Kene Onyeka signs with the Ticats. He was a defensive lineman, played for Ottawa from 2019 all the way through last year. And for the first time in his CFL career, he's going to see a change of scenery, and he's on his way to the Hammer. Now, Rick, for starters, do we know the term? Do we know how long this deal is? No? Okay.
No.
Keep in mind, this is just of the time we're recording. By the time you're watching this, that might be announced, so feel free to just kind of look into it. But at least as the time that we're recording this, no term confirmed for Kene Onyeka. And if it is, actually, it might even be in the title of the video because we may edit that later on, because at least we can edit that later on. But he's a 6'3", 244-pound defensive lineman. He was born in Nigeria. He is Nigerian. However, his status in the CFL is a national, as he went to school through Carleton. And so if we just even look here, I'm just looking at their stats. At his time there, what's that noise?
What's just that noise? Me.
Oh, okay, I was just like, what the hell is that? But yeah, like if I'm even just kind of taking a look here at some of his career stats, he played there. He was on the roster for 2014-2015, but he didn't play at all. 2015-2016, he played 8 games. He got a total of 31.5 tackles, as well as 3 sacks, and 8.5 tackles for loss. In 2016-17, he played 8 games for them as well. 33 tackles with 1 sack and 3 tackles for loss. And then one of his biggest years is 2017-2018 senior year for Carleton. He got 32 defensive tackles, with a total of 39. Keep in mind that was also counting like assisted ones. So he got 39 tackles there. He had 10.5 sacks and 12.5 tackles for loss. So a big jump in that last year. Did very well in the youth sports system. And through that, he comes to the CFL. And in the CFL, again, played from 2019. Over the course of his career, he's played 81 games in the Canadian Football League, 55 defensive tackles, 55 special teams tackles, and 11 sacks total. It seems like this past year in Ottawa, his predominant, he was used a lot more on special teams than he was on their defense. I'm curious to see if that's maybe how the Ticats employ him. How do you see the Ticats using Kene Onyeka on their roster, in their lineup?
So Kene Onyeka will be the same thing that Tyson Milamos will be, and that's most likely going to be a special teams person, because he had 1 defensive tackle and 11 special teams tackles last year in 15 games. So I could see him playing a big part on that. If he doesn't do that, then he'll be a rotation player.
Yeah.
For us.
Well, and I'm curious because if we take a look at where the Ticats are right now, if we just kind of take a look at their depth chart that they had used kind of for last season, if I'm just looking at our Discord here on the Discord server, we can see here. So because their front 4, they had Hauser, Kendricks, Sales, and Osai. Hauser's re-signed. Sales is gone for BC. I'm just kind of looking at.
Here, wait a minute. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Are you able to send me an updated one?
I sent you the one that I have. Once this is.
Yeah, just send it on Discord.
Once it sends. I didn't mean
lovely.
To send you. I didn't mean to send you.
Yes. That's fine, though. Yeah, so I see you still have Kendricks, Fox is there, Osai's there, and then obviously there's guys like Tijon Garbett.
So the interesting thing is I don't know. So here's my thing is, you have Osai on the right end.
Yeah.
But you also have Tijon Garbett as one.
Yes.
So do you do like Garbett and Hauser split on one side, and then Bagna, then you have Brubaker, Onyeka.
I'm not sure. I think this is an opportunity. where I think Hauser is the only one I look at in
As
that
starter.
as a guaranteed starter. I think his spot
Mhm.
is solid. Everyone else, I'd say that's probably going to depend on preseason and kind of what you
So
see
here's
and what
so
they give you.
here's here's my thing with this is so last year, just to give some people some context. So it was Osai's first year last year. He had 39 defensive tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. But if you say put Trayshawn Garbett there,
Dijon Garbett,
that
yep.
was six games, 9 defensive tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble.
Yeah.
You're paying Tajon Garbett $126,000 to play. I would not be using that as a backup role. But if he's playing backup, I might as well just release him because you have someone younger that's only going to be 25. I mean,
Yeah.
Garbett's going to be 27. But on a rookie deal that you could turn around and flip that money for a
Yeah,
better
I'm not.
player.
Well, and that's the thing. Realistically, there will, and this is not even just a Hamilton thing. This is for every team. There will be some cuts going into the season, and you will see some guys shuffle around. Maybe guys end up on a practice roster somewhere else. Maybe some guys go down and they play in the UFL. You know, there will be some moves around, and I'm curious to see where guys go. But Onyeka has been in the Canadian Football League for a while. I wouldn't be surprised, and even in his times with Ottawa, where he got more opportunities, like just playing defense. He had always, it looked like for the most part of his career, he had always spent his time on special teams. So I imagine that special teams is going to be an area where you're going to see him provide in Hamilton. So I'm just kind of curious to see where he ends up. I think this is another area where watching that preseason to see where a guy like this will end up is kind of important. So is there anything else you have before we kind of have our closing things to
No,
say,
sir.
Rick? So,
No,
yeah,
sir.
before we get going, make sure you guys, Rick's got some news regarding Hamilton and Toronto is doing a joint CFL Fans Fight Cancer event. So make sure you
Yes.
guys tune into that.
On March 7th, 7 p.m. at Wingporium at the Princess Eddie on Barton Street, we will be having a joint CFL Fans Fight Cancer event with the people from the Argos fan group. And one of the lovely raffle gifts that will be an autograph jersey will be a Wynton McManus
Nice.
jersey.
And
So
it'll be
we'll
signed,
getting
like you said.
I will be going to on Wednesday. That will also be autograph session day for those people in the Hamilton or surrounding regions from 5:30 to 7 at the Ticat store just beside the Ticat Stadium, where Wynton McManus himself, the toothpick man himself, and
Chico.
Trey Ford will be in attendance to sign jerseys and other
Nice.
fun items.
So go get your stuff signed. Make sure you guys check that out. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the description below to our Discord where we discuss all things CFL, NHL, and as of recently, the 2026 Olympic Games in Milan. So check that out. And then also, if you are interested in learning about the updated rules for this season, 2026, we have a video that we put out. Which is CFL rules. It's actually especially good for Americans or anyone who is just more familiar with the NFL or NCAA game. Properly explains that. But even if you're a Canadian fan and you want to know what rules are coming in this year, what are coming in 2027, it's not a bad one to use for that reason. It's only 10 minutes, so check it out. We'll see you guys next time.